Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, and we're going right into this one. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. We're going to try to get some stuff done with because today is Monday, and there's probably going to be a Saturday and a Sunday on the goddamn board, but I ain't coming in Sunday because I have to get Nova Guardians done with. I got a lot of things I need to get done with. It's insane the amount of things I have to get done with. So I'm going to try to pick up the pace and get some stuff done. I'm going to do the coding bit here first, obviously. And then we want the game objects for the fire. I guess technically, yeah, because that has like two different states. So where did I put those again? Right, just beneath it. Public game object. Lever pulled. Well, depends. First of all, what direction is that? Closed in its reversal state. So you should probably be. Whoops. Game object. Lever not pulled. Doesn't really fully matter. It works either way. I don't need to take too much time with this. So, I don't know if you've noticed this, but, well, of course you didn't notice this because it didn't screw up beforehand. There was a thing up here that had this come to the camera. But the problem with that was there's a chance that it would go to where the camera originally was at. And in the instance that I had, it was at the house, and then it just got stopped at a player stop instance. It didn't teleport to the camera itself. So it's fixed now. No need to worry about that. That's fixed. Now, we got this over here that's already set up. And if I want to get this fully set, I have to do this. We're going to try to get all of this rolling as best as we can. Move it over to there. And then start event sequence 3, which we don't have just yet, but that's fine. I'm going to have lever lerping. I guess I'll put the lerp of this particular stuff together so it's easier for me to work with. Lever lerp. Get rid of you. Technically, I didn't need to keep all that. Lever. Well, I should call it skull lever. Technically, if we want to keep it the same, we should call them all skull lever. Primarily because there is instances where there are levers in other areas. And I'll just call this one Skull Fire. You'll see when we make the next zone. Well, you won't see this. I'll probably do this part off camera. Stop destroying your box. There's a whole bunch of freaking cat food over here. At least 9 weeks worth. Put up in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up like stacks by I think that's 9, right? So this cat's got a freaking big box that I have given her with a blanket inside, and she keeps destroying it. Stop destroying your box. It is your box. It's your property. That doesn't mean you should just destroy it like it's nothing. Alright, so this is closed, so we need skull, lever, not pulled, and skull, lever, pulled. And this needs to have its own variable. This had the variable up top, did it? No, below. So public, or private? Yeah, no. Private float skull lever move. Or, I guess we could probably call it skull lever move. Yeah, sure, why not? Or we could do short and sweet, simple SL poll. Or just poll, SL poll. We don't need poll, this is just the state of which it's in. So you need to be SL poll. There we go. Got our quaternion lerp over here. Strange word, but apparently that's for rotation. Alright, so that's taken care of. Now I just need to go on ahead, get an event sequence going on here. I can just grab this one. Doesn't matter which one I grab, so long as I grab something. There is more that I want to do outside of this that I didn't really fully set up or anything like that. You need to go over to 3 then. Oh, also I need to make sure that... oh, never mind. I thought there was something else with that, but nope. And you need to do skull lever pull. Will that work? I don't think it wouldn't, right? All I gotta do is grab the gate opened and go on ahead, put this here. Skull lever pull. Should work, right? Yep. And you're gonna do SL pull and an SL pull and an SL pull. And technically we don't need this anymore because now we've kind of got what we needed to get done with there. That is no longer needed, so we'll just get rid of those. You do not do that yet. You skull fire. Maybe. Or skull lever fire. And this one's going to require me to instantiate some stuff, which shouldn't be too big of an issue, in all honesty. Skull lever fire. You will, of course, do this, where you wait for seconds by at least maybe a half, or maybe not a half. Maybe like 25. And then we instantiate. If I remember correctly, it's skull fire. Oh yes, hold on. I almost forgot. Yeah, this will work. Skull fire point. The position of which the skull fire will be fired upon, or created upon, basically. Skull fire point dot transform dot position. Skull fire point dot transform dot rotation. And then skull fire point dot transform dot parent. So it's created on there, I believe. I believe that's what that does. So then it goes on ahead and does that. I believe. I believe that's all that needs to do. Then we do the start coroutine return, I believe. Well, maybe not yet. This is more so just to get the skull lever to be pulled and to do its thing, rather than to do anything else with it. But now there's another thing I gotta get set up. So here's what we need. Skull fire animation. Now you're probably wondering, how the hell am I going to do animation without something like Blender or anything like that? Well, I got a very good workaround. Don't worry, when I'm done with Paint Maze and I make my next game, I will learn how to utilize Blender. But for now, we're going to do it like this. Well, I guess it depends on how I want to. Game objects. No, don't capitalize that. Game object frame, or we could probably call it like start frame 1. I was thinking about how I'd go about doing this. And I think this should work. There's a few ways I was thinking. One of which is essentially using the update, which we're not going to need for this one. But I figured that wasn't going to really help us out here. Start animation. And you will just start coroutine called frame 1? I guess it really just depends on how I want to do this. Then we got our coroutines, i.e. numerator, frame 1. Whoops. Oh, I remember now what I wanted to do. Variable. I'll make it public for now so I can figure out like the perfect, what do you call it, that I need for this. And float. Speed. Capitalize that S, you fool. Even though technically that's not the way you're supposed to do it in this by professionals, but I like capitalizing it anyways. Right, cat? Alright, let's see. So, this is going to be a little bit tricky, but start frame 1 dot set active true. I guess the real question is, do I want the timer to start as soon as that starts, or to have a little delay? I guess having the timer start here is better. Yield return. I'm going to maybe try something. Hold on, yield. No. It would be timer? Yield return. I don't know if this is right, but no. Wait for seconds. Speed. Timer equals that? Is that it? Or is it new? Is it just timer equals new or timer new? I don't fully recall what the thing is, but there's something you can do with that to make it so that this does that. Unless it has to be in an update. I'll try it out. But I don't know if I'm doing this right. I am probably not. What would it be? Like local bool? Or is it just... Not sure exactly. Equals timer? Yeah, I'm not going to try it. I'm just going to do the tried and true method for now. No point in wasting my time with this. Besides, it's not like Paint Maze uses up that much, what do you call it? Oh wait, speed. It shouldn't. Theoretically, it should not. Even though there's a lot going on in the map itself, but the game itself is not really that massive. Well, technically there's 999 levels, so it is kind of massive, but massive in a way where it's a quantity is high. While the game itself is very simplistic. More simplistic than Minecraft, but has way more complex mechanics than that. So then we just start the coroutine. And that's just frame 2. And this is just basically what we're going to do for all the other frames. So this one is frame 2. And it sets that to false. Well, technically I could just do this. And then it sets this to true. Whoops. And then it starts the next frame. Technically, I could just do this. Well, no, not technically. I need more than that, but it's fine. So then we just move this over to here, move this over to here, move this over to 4. And then the last thing we need to do here, with this one, there's more to this than just that. No, you idiot. Here. 3 deactivates and 9 deactivates. Or, no, it's not 9. It's loop frame 6. And loop frame 1. And this is basically how this just keeps going up until it like gets done with this. Now, all I need to do is just get rid of you, because you're no longer needed. 1 and 2. I'm not sure how this is going to work in the third zone where all 33, because there's going to be like an area in the third zone where there are 33 like braziers around the entrance of the skull door area where you where technically you should find your first skull lever. Because in all actuality, that is where you would find it if you play it normally. If you're trying to like get 100% and go around most of the area, you would eventually come across the first skull lever being near the skull door. At least I would hope some people would, get to that the normal way. Now, I was thinking about having all of these frames be changed via, something else, via the update. So it detects to see if the frame goes up. It would mean there would only need to be one coroutine. However, the update would have so many things happening in it. And I don't know if that's worse than having these coroutines constantly do their thing. It's probably not the best way to do this either, but at the same time, what can you do? Okay, so that takes care of that now, I believe. There's still more things that I have to do. But if this is fine, if that's right, then my next objective now is to go on ahead and create a skull fire. Well, technically my next objective should be to get all of this stuff ready and raring to go. So sequence point 3, for instance, whoops, I should probably get that moving. Alright, let me grab you and get you all the way over here. Where do I feel like would be a good place to have this stay? Oh yeah, I don't think I've shown you this before. You see these guys over here? Yeah, that's right, there's a lot of these guys now. A whole bunch of them. You see this entire area over here? It's a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies telling you that this area here is hard, or at the very least it gives you a general idea. I mean, this level is called Hard Shift. To get to this, you have to go through a very difficult portion of a level. So obviously, it's a bit more of a tricky bit. Okay, let's see now. Is this where I want you to go? Do I want you to be 1 up? 3 away from nose? Well, with that being there and that kind of just showing off that like this, and that would mean this would be here and show off the skull lever like around set. Unless we needed to bring it up more, but this might be fine. Well, if we do need to bring it up more, bring it up here. There we go. I'm going to go to my event manager, put in my 3rd sequence point. Quick save. Alright, now I got to go and grab the skull lever. The lever portion of the skull lever. Which is where exactly? Just need to make sure I have this in the right spot. I get the feeling that's not where that's supposed to be. Something about that doesn't seem right. Let me go into here real quick. Are you supposed to be down? Why are you down? I don't get why you are down. Wait, is that where we want that to go? Yeah, because that rotates. In what direction exactly? Z. Oh, I guess that is the middle. Okay, that's good. That's great. But where the hell's a skull lever at? Okay, really? I don't know why your rotation is like that. Wait, if that's the case, does that mean your rotation's off, or...? No, your rotation's just being very weird all of a sudden. Maybe it's because that thing rotated and everything else just kind of screwed up. Well, I don't know, but you're negative 90, which means you need to go to 0. Should be easy enough. And now I just gotta go over to my event manager, put the skull lever into here. I need a fire point. I could probably just go on ahead and create a fire point here. Alright, where are you? Bring that up. Bring it over here. I wonder if my GPU is having some memories, mostly. I mean, there's a lot going on with the memory right now. So it makes sense. Alright, here's our fire point. Now, the real question is, where should the fire point be? Directly here or here? Fire gets formed in the middle of the ring here. Goes up, and there goes a flame. Forms, comes out, and it's like a decent amount here. This seems like a good place to put the fire point, but if I need to make adjustments, I'll make adjustments. So there's our fire point. We don't have the fire yet, and we need to get this stuff set up. Which makes me wonder how I'm going to do this, because you are different. You're not a part of the event manager. And I can't just add things to you. So what I can do, at least, skull lever, which doesn't make much sense, but skull lever not pulled. If it's just rotation that you're looking for, I don't think I have to move any of this. Skull lever pulled. This is assuming that works. Skull lever not pulled. Skull lever pulled. And now I just gotta make the fire. Which theoretically shouldn't be too difficult, but this is a little bit more tricky. It's a bit more tricky, unfortunately. So I need to make skull fire. It will not be here. I'm just putting this here as a means to make this easier on me. Just put it where the skull... I mean, I probably could have just duplicated the skull fire point, and that would have made this easier without having to move you. But it is what it is. Take me here so I can get close to it without having to worry about too much. Okay, here we go. Oh, whoops. Well, let me just do this. Frame 1. So here's where things are going to get interesting. We have a cube here with no box collider. Nothing like that. Mesh render has to be here, unfortunately. I don't think I could just remove this, could I? Yeah, can't. Needs to be here too. Now, well, I could probably just go ahead and put this into the skull fire animation. And I'll move this to 0.25. Yeah, but 25 seems too slow if it's like in the same movement speed as the enemies. We'll do it for now, and we'll see what occurs. So now I just need to go on ahead, go into my textures, and we need to grab everything we need to get this to work. Do I want the inverse key, which is cyan, or do I want the water, which is not that bright? I think the inverse key kind of works perfectly as a means to have for the middle portion, and this could be good for like this, or, well, the inverse enemy is just the same as the water, right? Is it? No, it actually, inverse key, water, and inverse enemy works perfectly. So for this instance, the first flame starts here. Right, like that. We hide that, duplicate, make this 2, unhide it, and then we start to expand upon it. Now we make it 1. Well, it depends. Depends on how exactly I want the fire to start up. So we can probably kind of maybe have it do a little bit of this, where the fire springs out a tiny bit. Like so. You can be the water. I should probably call this flame, even though it doesn't matter. Fire starts to come out a little bit. Maybe it'll go like that. Spring out this way, then go in the next way. Possibly. Maybe. I should probably copy that so I don't have to worry about getting that too much. Hide that. That should be good. Duplicate that. Rename you. Open you up. And start moving some flames around. So now this is probably going to increase in size by a little bit more. I probably should move you first before I do anything. Move you over to here. Move this stuff out. And this will probably be 2 now, so 2 and 0.5. Move you up over here. And then over here. And we just have some of these flames. Whoa, hold on. Not yet. We have this flame pop out. Oh god, don't do that. I'd say the backside doesn't matter as much. Just so long as the flame looks like it's being created. Because this is supposed to go at a relatively quick pace. It's probably not going to go at 0.25 in all honesty. If anything, I'd say 0.5 would probably be the better option, but, you know, it's hard to say, really. I want the flame to be a 5 by 5. So right now we have small spark of a flame going out a bit in that direction, and then coming out here. All out around most of the areas that it needs to be out in. We'll probably have this go on ahead and be that. Maybe this can be 4, so that this looks decent with the way that's set up. And that can probably go out a bit more. And have you go out here. Should work just fine. Now the interesting part is making the final flame product, which is now supposed to be out by a bunch. So I need to open this up now. Not finalized, need I mind you. Three, 3, 2, move that down. Now the fire is going to be wider. You should be 3? This is definitely going to be interesting, that's for certain. Delete you. I'll copy you. 1, 3. Copy you. 1, 2, 5. No, you fool. 1 and 5. Whoops. Now my question is, how do I want this fire to sway? That's going to be interesting to try to figure out. Because in order for this to work, I need the fire to sway a bit. We probably want this to be higher. Probably want you to kind of go around in this direction first. Let's see here. Copy you, make you 3. Nope, wrong 3. Make you 3. Does it feel big enough? Considering how big that is, it feels kind of big enough, but hard to say really. I'll keep you here because you could still be useful for some things. And that's only just a basic bit of fire. So if the fire is going around in that direction, I should probably get this to be a bit wider. So you should be 3. And you 5, with you going up around here, like so, question mark? If we do that, we could probably do this or something. So it's going to probably be like this, sway a bit. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hard to say, really. 6 frames seem like what I want for the final loop. A weird way to go about doing this, but an interesting way nonetheless. Okay, we could probably delete your bit. Bring you up a tad bit. Move this stuff over here. Maybe move you more over here. Let's make you this instead, so that I may be able to make you 3 and move you here. Alright, we got singulars there, that makes sense. So the fire was in that direction, it's going in that direction now. That should be fine. If anything, you could probably be 2 at a 0.5. Making an animated 3D flame out of Minecraft blocks, even though it's not technically Minecraft blocks. It's more like, I don't know what you would call it. So the fire was in that direction, and then it went in this direction. So now it's going to go a little bit further, but instead of this, it'll be 1. Bring this up and that up, or out. Put this over here instead, as well as this. Now all the fire is being moved over in this direction. Duplicate you. Make you 3. You should be fine as is. Move the fire in this direction. And maybe make this be 2 instead. Even though the backside doesn't matter too much, I still kind of want to make it so it looks good. Is that fine? The fire hollows out a bit, which might technically be fine in all actuality. Hard to say, really. If anything, I can make you 3 and put you here to fill in the blank space. Cat's in the box. You finally got in the box without having to struggle. The box is set up in a very weird way where it's like there's a lid here and a lid out there, and the cat sometimes doesn't understand how to get inside without destroying her own little box bed. It's funny you're using this instead of the actual bed. Granted, the other cat that was, once here is, rather not really speaketh of that. But I can understand why she wouldn't want to use that bed. Sad enough as is. Alright, let's see here. I think you could probably be increased to 2. 2 seems better. There are like 2 different types of these things here, with a flame in that direction and the flame in this direction. Here's our 7th flame. This is taking a little bit while longer than I would hope. I mean, we're animating flames block by block, frame by frame. Of course it's going to take a while. Let's move this to 1, put this over here, put this here, and have the flame start moving back in that direction. Let's try to move this a tiny bit. Maybe move this over here or something. We could probably delete that now. I could probably have... Well, yeah, that is something I could have, is just have like some flames that are just slowly but surely peering out of it. So like this could probably be going off in that direction. I could probably do that for 2 frames. I don't think you need to be here. As for you... Hard to say, really. I could make you 2, I guess, and put you, like, back here a little bit. I guess that could work. No, what are you doing, you fool? Flame 8. Show that off. I think the flames now should try to bend more so, whoops, in this direction. The hell's that smell? Smells like strange parfums. I'll probably have this kind of just bounce off a bit. Maybe have it... No, wait. Well, I could probably bring this down, put this here. God damn it. Stop grabbing that. I do not need you to grab that. Put this over here. Make this 1, even though I don't think we even need it to be this big. The hell? Lots of noise happening up there, over there. Could be anywhere, really. Alright, let's see. You could probably be a little bit thin. Okay, not that, you fool. This. So some of the flames go out and do things. Ah, and you could be too. Good, great. Flames are kind of bouncing off now. And now for the final frame. Okay, remember, this is the frame we're trying to get back to. So we have the flames go back here now, and then it will bounce back. I still feel as though I need to get a little bit more of these kind of bouncing off around the place, but it's fine. Oh, I could make this one too. Again, depends. We could probably make you 2. Or we can move you over here. Make you 2. And maybe, like, move you over here-ish. Have to move you. I don't think we need you anymore. Well, if anything, I could probably put this here instead. And have the flames bounce back over to here. Have this, like, over here now. And maybe make it 2 just because. An interesting setup, to say the least. But I have no way of easily doing this without testing it first. For the time being, though, I can save the skull fire as is, and then I'll make adjustments I need to make inside of the, where would it be again? Ah, the created point of interests, i.e. the skull fire. We're not going to be able to see it, obviously, and we'll make it 0, 0, 0 by default. Now let me go into here, close every single one of these, because I don't need this open. And now let me put all of my frames in here. Funny how it auto-saves for me. Like, even though, despite the fact it's not being used right now. Oh, technically it is. I don't need you right now. Not there, not yet. Now I can get my skull fire made. And boom. I can at least test out the skull fire animation, to allow me to do this, to make this easier on me, I am going to go on ahead and adjust this. I need level to be 22, level select to be 22. There's still more that I have to do with this, like getting the lever pole thing to go up by 1. I need the special events to go to 5, I think. 0 to 1, which then goes to 2, then 2 to 3, which then goes to 4, 5 to 6, right? I believe that's what we need. I don't think I need to worry about the other stuff. Well, there is one thing I have to worry about, however. And that's making sure that once this, runs its sequence at the start, which is actually pretty simple and easy. If it's less than 6, then skull lever pole equals 0. Skull lever pole will equal 1, and it will instantiate an object. Every time, this will get instantiated, so that it may be able to do what it needs to do. Which is really simple. Scroll all the way up here and put it there. So, if it's 6 or above, and that is equal to 1, or if it's 6 and above, it will make it 1, and it will create the fire where it needs to create it, which is at the skull point. now we test it, right? That's all we gotta do now is just test it. So the lever will pull itself downwards. No. Lame. It's not that bad. If only I could see it, but I can't see it now. Hold on, I can fix that. I'm just gonna temporarily hide the main camera real quick. Oh god, no. Never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hide the level up, you idiot. Interesting. I'm sure there's an easier way for me to be able to just see this. Yeah, look at these guys just moving around like that. Yep, there it is. Right there, level 17, hard shift. I wonder if there's a way I could test this without having to, like, wait for, what do you call it? Oh well, it's fine. So now that that's set up, there is one more thing that I want to do before I do anything else. I need to set up some dialogue boxes. So I'm going to go right here. I believe this is where I need to go for this to be, so we'll pop up point. Yes, pop up point. It's supposed to basically just replicate what all of these do. You know, rotate it in a direction and it's supposed to rotate in. Putting that where it needs to be put. If I remember correctly, it's just like, what, 0.6? That's where it needs to go, right? 0.6. And all this is going to do, well, simply put, it's going to place this where it needs to be placed. Let me go over to... It will be in progress. This will probably be the easiest one to get because I know where this is at. Well, you're not helping. Yeah, it's 0.6. But you just seem off for some reason. I don't know why. Well, you're saying 0.65. What are you saying? Yeah, you guys are so inconsistent. Well, no, it's because... Right, of course, obviously. So 0.65. And that's what we'll do. 0.65. I don't think I need anything else, provided that it's not, like, massive and giant enormous. Well, that one's different. We'll test it. Can't do much without tests, right? So that's what we're going to do. I don't have the coding set for this yet, but it's not going to be too hard to get it set. All I got to do is instantiate an object and code it to delete itself after like 3 seconds. You'll see what I have in mind for this. I'll create it here so it's easier for me to do this. I'm going to do, first off, the skull lever pop up. I'll put it on 0. Maybe. Or maybe just temporarily put it up here or something. So I need a plane. Backdrop. This one's going to be a little tricky, though, I must say. Okay, you can shut up now. Clear. Take me over to here. And take me over to... I guess, technically... I don't know, I use this for the most part, right? Yeah. I'm going to do this test first and see if this is going to be in the right spot. But I need you to be... 0.2 seems like it's the right size. Y is fine. 0.1? 3? Okay. 2 and 3. Or 4. A long bar, basically, is what I need. Backdrop W. Backdrop B. You just need to be the floor. And now I just need you to take your position up to 0.1. You ain't the floor, son. What you doing, son? Oh, because you're not 1. Right. Let me fix that real quick. So 3, 5, and then 15. Is that good enough? Dog's looking a little thick. How about like a good 75 instead? Another 75. Well, also because of the way this is set up, it kind of does look a little bit thicker than it should. Now I need a legacy text. Text. Just call it text. It doesn't really matter what it is. You need to be world space, and now I gotta figure out where the hell you're at. 90 degrees? I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't know where the hell you went. Give me Paint Maze. I'm just going to try to figure out where the hell this thing's at. Where's this text thing at? Is 90 degrees not it? Okay, there you are. What do you do? No, that's just making it not work. Is that what I want, or is it X? I think it's supposed to be this. Man, why are you so goddamn large? Large Marge. Alright, I need you to get your ass moving. Take me back to the canvas. What a pain in my ass. Well, 1 and 1 would be a good way to at least figure out where the hell you need to go. Alright, we're back to the here. The here and the now. Now we just gotta rotate you. So is it Z? No. Is it X? Ah, it was X. Perfect. Now the problem is this. Well, I can't see shit, so let me just put this at 300. Jesus! Okay, 0.1 or something. Oh, wait. 0.1. Or was it 0.001? Hard to say. I don't even know what the thing is now. 200? Oh, there you are. Okay, I see you now. My God, what a pain in the ass. Okay, so that's working. You need to be pure black. So how big should you be? 1,000? Another 1,000? Well, for starters, I think you need to be in the middle on both spectrums. And I need the canvas to move its ass to where it needs to move to. Not here. 1? What? Why the hell? Okay. Oh, God. No, I don't want to do that. God damn it! Take me back to the canvas. 0.12. Good. Great. There's our text. How big is this? Well, let's see. 2. Oh, now I can barely see shit. Another 2. A 3, a 4. Oops, 4. Yeah, I guess that works. It kind of equals that anyways. It's not like we're going to use that much space. How big is this box? So does that mean I need you to be 4 and you to be 2? It can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but I don't want it to be crisp. It needs to be small, apparently. Alright, here we go. So I think the skull lever for this zone has now been activated. Why am I doing that? First of all, I don't think any of that matters. It's just Force of habit for some reason. Well, this one's should not be a force of habit. The skull lever for this zone has now been activated. Okay, I can see how this is a bit too big. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that real quick. So should it be that big? I'd say so, yeah. So I guess you need to be 1 then. And you need to be 0.75. And if we were to ever get more lines, it would fit just fine. GG. The skull lever for this zone has now been activated. Grand Theft Auto. Alright, there you go. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I need to do more with this, but now that that's set, I'm going ahead, put this into here. I'm going to delete this now. Stop it. Now I'm going to go over to here. Right, I got to move this a bit. I don't know where exactly I need to move it. I just need to move it. Can I even see you right now? Let me just hide these two for now so I can figure out where the hell you're supposed to be. I just realized something. Because of the way I have this set, I don't think I have that there. Wait, let me see this for a second. Okay, or not. Or I won't see it. Let me see this for a second. Where would it be? Yeah, it is using the finished material. That's weird. It looks darker than usual. Well, most of the zone looks a bit darker than usual. Okay, can I, like, see where the hell you're at right now in all of this? Because you're technically not supposed to be just here. I think you need to be... Nope. 0.1? Negative 0.1. About right here? All this is in right now, right? Yeah, so if I want this to be... It would be here, then. Okay, I'll go on ahead and show these again. I'm going to do the test with this, first and foremost. But first off, I need to go over to my events script. I'm going to go up here, pop up text, public game object, skull lever text. And the same thing will apply. Public, you fool. Fast travel text. And then we need another public game object for a pop-up point. And because this is going to have to be dealt with at some point, I'm going to hope that I won't need to worry about that yet. If it doesn't do what I want it to do, then that's going to suck. So take me to here, take me to the level hub, and put this in the pop-up. Wait. No, level is fine. Put this in the pop-up point. I'll put the skull lever text over here. Save it. I'm going to go into here, and we're going to do our first pop-up text. Wait. Right, hold on. I am missing one thing in general. I need to create a C script. Pop-up text disappear. This is a simple one, really. All I gotta do is have it start a coroutine of 3 seconds, and then deletes itself. So, activate deletion, start coroutine, destroy, you fool, coroutine, i.e. numerator, destroy, yield, return, new, wait for seconds, 3f, and destroy game object. And that's simple as that. Nothing complex, just a simple wait for 3 seconds and then destroy self. I'll go on ahead and put that in to you. Technically, I don't even have to go far. I just got to go over to there, grab this script, pop up text destroy or disappear, and boom. So now that we've got that set up, all I gotta do now is just get this activated and then do the same thing with the fast travel as quickly and efficiently. Don't want to screw up now. You're gonna do the skull lever fire, which you're gonna do, wait for that. Skull lever pop up. So that way it's different. Skull lever pop up. You're going to instantiate skull lever text pop up point. I'm just gonna dot transform dot. I'm just gonna copy this so this is easier. No, you fool! Grab the whole thing. Transfer point dot position. Then pop-up point.transfer rotation, and then pop-up point.transfer the parent, and so on and so forth. And another yield return new wait for seconds 3f. And then start the coroutine. Return. And that's how the pop-ups will work. I think 3 seconds should be fine. I think you can read that in 3 seconds. I will do a test. But it creates the fire. I feel as though the fire should be created, but it should wait a little while longer for this to do its thing. So we'll probably do like a 0.25 F timer. Then do the pop-up, then do the return after the 3 seconds are up. Oh yeah, wait a minute, I forgot something. In this department over here. I also need to have an audio source. Pop-up sound. And this one could just play on awake, it doesn't really matter. I need you to take the SFX of this mixer over here. And so I don't have to scroll through a whole bunch of audio, so let's just go over to the sound effects, menu sounds, menu select, menu event. Yeah, event jingle? Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Just wasn't too short first. Event jingle. Also, this is pretty low. Play on awake, so as soon as this thing gets created, it plays, so I don't have to do any activation, which is always good. So it creates this fire, then it creates the text in the position. Now let's hope this works. And now we just test it. We test it, and then we make any adjustments as we see fit. Pull lever. I forgot something, apparently. I think I forgot something. Wait, hold on. I don't need this. Something else went wrong. This is not the wrong. Something else went wrong. I just don't know where to go to get to that just yet. I was too focused on this. I don't understand why the hell these colliders are here if it's no longer supported. I don't need these to be collidable anyways. It's pointless. I'm sure using this to be able to get like a nice 3D level plane would work perfectly, so you don't have to like do much, because I'm pretty sure that's what the planes are meant to be used for. But that's not what we're using them for in this game. No, we're building our levels like this. Although I do wonder if I were to have something like that, if that would help. But I don't know. That seems like a lot more complex. So, where did it go wrong, first of all? I gotta see if it even creates it. Does the thing. Jesusums. That is freaking huge. Where are you right now? Oh no, you're just not rotated. What direction should that be? No point in... Oh wait, no. Where is the pop-up? Ah, here you are. Is it Z? No. Is it Y? What the hell? Y? No. Is it X? It's X. So I need to go to -90 for that. So, -90. I hope that actually worked. I'm just going to do this. Hey, it worked. Perfect. -90, and let's do 0.2. Maybe that will work. So that's what that big box was on the bottom. I thought something broke, but no, it was just the text box. The size of the behemoth or something. You're still not what you're supposed to be. Which makes me wonder if you're supposed to be the -90 then. Wait, if that's the case, then you don't even need to be anything. If you have to be -90, then that's fine. You will always be -90. At least now it actually showed on the screen in full, as opposed to what it was before, which was a mess. I feel like I should move this up a bit more. Skull level for this zone has now been activated. It's not bad. I like it. Yes, I like that very much. But I feel as though the sequence point should be a little bit lower, because that's actually a bit higher than I expected. So 3 away, how about level with that? Or maybe not 3 away, but like here? Underneath this point here. Let's see. I can test it out. So the pop-up shows now. I still gotta do the sound effects for this stuff, and I am low on time. It could be a little closer. I'm still not sure about the flames yet. I mean, that's the thing I can easily adjust because I just adjusted from here. So it's fine for now. It just feels like something could be adjusted. At least the startup of the flame looks pretty cool. Let me move the sequence point more in the center then. In the center of the skull lever. It shall reside. Is that better? It aims it down directly at the skull lever. And... not bad. I like that. Of course, the data isn't going to match that, obviously, because we don't have the actual completion, but that's fine. Let me just make sure that I spelled everything right. The skull lever, you dumbass. The skull lever for this zone has now been activated. Do I want a period? Nah, I think this is fine, this is. We don't need a period. Alright, now I'm going to go on ahead and create another one. This one is fast travel pop-up. It's simple, really. I go into here, go into the text. Fast travel in this zone has now been unlocked. Fast travel in this zone. I'm debating between for this zone or in this zone, because fast travel in this zone makes sense, but fast travel for this zone also makes sense. Fast travel in this zone has now been unlocked. Or it could be is now unlocked. Fast travel in this zone is now unlocked. Fast travel in this zone is now unlocked. Actually, leave it as has now been unlocked, because the is and in doesn't mesh together, so fast travel in this zone has now been unlocked. Yeah, that works. And this one is pretty simple, really. All I got to do is basically just copy this thing. I'll go on ahead up to here in the fast travel department. I'll call this, whoops. I'll call this one fast travel pop-up. You will also be fast travel pop-up. This one will have it, but the first one, the gate will not. Because it doesn't need it, in all honesty. So yeah, then it just pops up this text right there in that spot, deletes it afterwards. This is all fine as is. Fast travel text, all that stuff is good, goes to return to that. Now all I have to do, well, I guess I could technically test it out, so I could just go on ahead and make this 3, go on ahead and make this 6. I think that works. It'll be interesting because we go into the level and we won't even be able to complete it because the level requires you to have that completed beforehand. So a good way to stop people from cheating and going into the thing to get themselves to go up to here, because it needs a previous level to be completed to complete that, which is not going to be a problem if you play it normally. Now that we've gotten all that set up in the code, I'm going to put the fast travel text in here. Did I miss anything? I think we're good now. So now I'm going to test the fast travel out. And see if this is in a good spot. This went faster in my, version of the playthrough. Fast travel in this zone has now been unlocked. I still feel like something about that is wrong. I can't explain why. Like 90 kind of works, but something feels off, doesn't it? What is this thing's rotation again? 50. That might be the reason why it seems off, because it's not exactly what it's supposed to be. Let's see if that's the case. I could also just pause it, go into the game view, and see if that's the reason why. Now that goes so much faster in my executable. Okay, so that's not the reason why. Negative 50. Because 90 doesn't seem right either. 70? Or 75? Huh, strange. Why the hell am I in this direction? Take me to here. That is very strange, isn't it? Because, hold on. It's definitely not 50. I don't know why that's like that. 0 is in that direction. Normal 90 is freaking backwards ass. 90 doesn't seem right either. That is strange. Why is that like that? Everything else looks fine. Is it because that's like very close to it as opposed to, you know, the way it was set before? Maybe that's the reason why, because this is too far out. 90 is fine, it's just you guys need to actually be way closer than you actually are. So let me just fix that real quick. What should it be? 0, 1? 0, 1 seems like it would work just fine. So I'll just do 1 for you. No, I'll do 0.2. No, 0.02. As long as this doesn't mesh, because it's very thin, right? There shouldn't be any issues with that. And if there is, just give it a little bit of space. It shouldn't be too big of an issue if we give it a tiny bit of space. 0.2. Well, we'll test it out regardless. Why is the editor so much slower? Because when I'm in the executable, it works just fine. Or it works faster than it should be working. Like it goes and then disappears before I even get the chance. Pause. Right, I forgot I have to put this back where I need to be. Yeah, that's much better. All right, let's get out of that. Put this back to 90. Do the test again. Out of there. One more test. Fast travel in this zone has now been unlocked. And there you go. Back here. Can't move anywhere, and if I complete this, it won't complete it. Which is an interesting respect or concept or whatever. Oh god, I didn't even realize I was so freaking... No wonder I can barely move. The zooming is way too zoomed in. Well, there you have it. The skull lever is set alongside the dialogue box. I still need to do sound effects, but I'll do that one on my own time. We're going to be working on the achievement pop-ups. I gotta call it there because I gotta get a bunch of stuff done with. But what I can do at the very least, I think that's everything set here, right? I'm going to do a build, and I'm going to do a quick build and run just to show you what I have so far. I got to do it here, because if I do it anywhere else, it's just not going to look as good. Do a quick build. I got my own little area here in Paint Maze as opposed to, what do you call it? Yeah, because I have full screen test up there, which was what that was before, but then I have decided to put it into here instead. So I'm going to just show you, because the progress that I made in my own time. I completed all 22 levels. I want to see if this is actually going to, transfer over all of what I did here in this particular instance real quick. And I got to be quick because I don't got a lot of time. I'm going to explain it in the Art Time episode that's coming up next, but not a lot of time on hand. I got to be quick about some things. And I can only hope that the executable will run better with OBS active still. We've been at this for like an hour and 17 minutes, so yeah, it's about time to get close to wrapping it up anyways. So there's that. That's all done. I'm going to go on ahead, exit out of that. Go over to here, do this, exit out. I'm going to see if this even works. I have to imagine it works, right? I don't see why it wouldn't. I can even do the test. X. I'm going to do a load game. On my free time, I did some level completion. I still couldn't get past that level on this one. But I did it here. I did it here and in less deaths, but that was mainly because I was screwing around in the other levels, the easier ones, and died a lot in them. Oh, and the lever, this is going to kind of screw this up because the lever isn't going to increase. But we'll do that later. This is what we've got so far. Ah, it worked. So it is doing it. Good. And the skull lever's been activated. But it's not locked. And there's the skull lever. Look at that mofo. Although I don't know why the hell there's something in the back there. Oh, it's... Right, I gotta adjust. Okay, that's good to note. Yep, we got this. Changing routes. I'm actually curious to see if this is gonna run fine. Box maze, that one's a confusing mess. Also, and then, what do you call it? I got some stuff done with here. Backyard chase. This is a chase level. This takes you over to the other side now. So if I were to ever make a demo of this, you guys will be able to play all of this. This level. This level. Timing Panic. Ooh. Hey, at least that's showing. I 100% did the first zone. Which is a feat in of itself because, well, this level is not that bad compared to that one up there. But yeah, look at all these enemies moving. So far, it's not running too badly. Can I do this? Yeah, it is showing, and you're already able to see me doing this stuff. I'm glad I do this. It does this and not the other way around. Jesus Christ. That's fucking high as all hell. Although it makes sense, because you see all these enemies moving around? My GPU is not going to be able to withstand the intense severity of all of this. And also got Photoshop open. And this is what this does for now. This is what it does for now. I'm going to get this mouse out of the way. Takes you back out here. So all of that is set up now. All I gotta do is make the other zones and it's basically set and ready to go. I'm not going to do this the normal way. I'm just gonna Alt F4 so, well, I'm gonna at least go to the main menu. Main menu is gonna take a while to load, which sucks, but it is what it is. Damn insect. I say it sounds slightly better, but I can't say for certain. Yeah, skull lever's not counted here yet. So I'm gonna have to adjust that when the time comes, but here's my statistics. I killed a lot of enemies, covered a lot of lava. Now I'm also curious to see how much is this GPU-wise? Yeah, my GPU just sucks. It reaches this level for some reason. OBS, desktop window manager, what? Is this really taking up that much space? Weird. Well, I'm just gonna Alt F4 out anyway, since none of this really matters right now. Alright, well that's all the time I have for today, folks. I got some things to adjust, like lever increasements, but that will have to be off camera. Next up, we're going to do achievement pop-ups. So thank you all for watching today's episode of Game Crafters. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, previous episode of Game Crafters right over here, and the most recent episode of Tales of Berseria right over here. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.